Okay, thumbs up if you can hear me. Awesome. Thanks. All right, find a nice comfortable position on your mat. You can start by laying back if that feels okay. Otherwise, sit up. You can cross your legs, take a moment. Once you get comfortable lying back, separate your feet as wide as the mat, or at least shoulders width apart. Allow the feet to fall out to the side. This requires no energy whatsoever. So this is the good news. All right. Arms fall by alongside the body. Press through the back of the head so you can lengthen the neck. Take a moment, let everything settle in nice and heavy. Allow every bone, every muscle, every organ to relax completely. Allow the breath to be soft and natural. Make no effort to control it. Just check in with it for a moment. Notice the rhythm of the breath as it is at this moment. We'll take a few more gentle breaths here. Good. Whenever you're ready, you're going to bring your left hand to the abdomen. Just let it rest soft there and allow the right hand to rest on the chest. Take a moment, get comfortable there. We're just going to start to focus the breath. So as you inhale, allow the air to fill the belly first and then move up into the chest so you can feel it like a wave. Allow the abdomen to expand. Allow it to rise up into the chest. And as you exhale, exhale fully. If it helps, you can use a count here. So you would inhale in the belly for 3, move up underneath the ribs for 3, and then into the collarbone region for 2. Nice, slow, even breath as you draw it in, and then exhale fully. So take your time. We'll take a few breaths here. Nice grounding exercise. At your own pace, do what feels best for you. Notice if the mind starts to wander away. Just bring it back to the breath. We'll do 4 more rounds at your own pace. One more full round. Whenever you're ready, you can resume your natural breathing. Take a moment. Feel the sensation of the entire body resting heavy on the earth. Whenever you're ready, you can bring the feet together. And as you inhale, expand the arms up overhead. Whatever feels right here, you can clasp the hands, point the fingers out, or maybe press the palms away. So take a few deep stretches here. You can point and flex the feet, whatever feels good. Good. Whenever you're ready, the hands are clasped, the fingers pointing behind you. Start to walk the feet over to the right edge of the mat. And if it feels okay, you can walk the fingertips over to the right corner of the mat as well, so you have this nice half moon shape. Feel a nice long stretch, both sides of the body. Whenever you're ready to release, you can walk the fingers and then walk the feet back to the center. And we'll create that half moon shape on the opposite side. So you can walk the feet or the hands first, doesn't really matter. Come into that nice half moon shape. Let everything relax, no tension in the face. Relax the shoulders, the hips, the sit bones, no tension. Good. When you're ready, you can gently come back to the center, walk the hands, walk the feet. And then you get to bend the knees and bring the heels close to the seat. Release the arms by your side. Ground to the feet, lift the hips and settle them back down. On your next inhale, gently pull the right knee into the body. Give it a nice big squeeze. Allow the sacrum to touch the earth. So gentle rounding there. It should feel nice. Whenever you're ready, you can release the right. We'll switch to the other side. Inhale, draw the left thigh, knee close to the chest. Give it a nice tight squeeze. Good. Whenever you're ready, release the left foot down to meet the right. Then we're going to lift both feet off the floor, grab hold of the knees so you can cup them with the palms. Start to draw circles in either direction, it doesn't matter. You can make your circles as big or as small as you wish. You're drawing some nice circles in the sky. Gently massaging the low back, the internal organs. We'll take 4 more circles in this direction. 3, 2, last one. Good. Gently start to reverse whenever you feel ready. And if it feels good, you can take it faster or you can take it slower. Notice if you're holding into tension in the body. Four more. 3, 2, last one. Good. Release the feet. We're preparing for our first bridge pose, so it's going to be nice and easy. Bring the arms alongside the body. Have the feet in line with the hips. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Gently press into the feet. Lift the hips up nice and tall. Take a moment to feel all 4 corners of the feet grounded into the earth and see if you can lift the hips just a little bit more. Notice if the thighs are splaying out to the side. You can zip those up a little bit, keeping the knees in line with the ankles. Good. On your next exhale, release the sacrum, sweep the arms forward. We're going to do 4 more, so you can take it as fast or as slow as you wish. Inhale, sweep the arms up and back as you press the hips towards the sky. Squeeze the seat. Exhale, gently release. 3 more. Do whatever feels right for you. You can even stay in the bridge if moving up and down doesn't work. Keep pressing the feet. Exhale, fold. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, lift up. Press, 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 and stay. Now here, energetically, imagine that the heels are drawing back towards the seat as the knees move forward. Keep lifting the hips a little bit higher. Give it a nice big squeeze. And then gently lower the sacrum back down to touch the earth. And if you wish, you can hug both knees into the chest, wrapping the arms around the shins or whatever you can grab hold of. And you can gently rock from side to side. Good. Keep hold of the right knee, extend the left leg down the mat. Again, hugging the right leg close to the body. No tension in the feet. If you want here, you can start to draw circles with the ankle. Reverse those circles whenever you're ready. Good. And then gently settle the foot. See if you can slide that right knee closer to the armpit so you can open up to the side just a little bit more. No tension in the left leg. No tension in the face. Allow the back of the head to press into the earth. Nice long spine. Guiding that right knee back to the center of the chest. When you're ready, slide both hands underneath the thigh and begin to straighten the leg up towards the sky. You can keep the soft bend in the knee here. If extending the leg fully doesn't work for you at this time, that's okay. We're not moving too deep yet. After a breath, if the body feels okay, you can start to slide those hands higher up the leg towards the ankle or the heel. Take a moment there. Keep allowing the head to rest on the ground. Breathe through the back side of the right leg. Feel the shoulders press into the earth, the hips. If and when you're ready, you can gently bend those elbows towards the sky. Lift the forehead towards the knee or the shin. Again, only come in nice and slow if you're ready. Good. Release the head, neck, and shoulders. Soft bend in the knee. Peace sign fingers wrap around the right big toe. If that doesn't work for you, you can use a strap or maybe a towel or a shirt wrap around the sole of the foot. If the straight leg isn't happening, you can bend the knee. Placing your left hand on the hip, allow the right leg to roll out towards the side. So extend that leg straight out to the side. Don't worry if it doesn't touch the floor, not necessary. You can use the back of the right arm to help support the leg. Take another breath. Good. Gently guide that right leg back through the center, soft bend in the knee. You're going to bring the right toes behind the left thigh. Expand the arms in both directions. Whenever you're ready, the right knee comes over to the left side, coming into our first spinal twist. Just a gentle warm up before we come up to sit and open the class with our ohms. Breathe into the low back, the right side hip. Let go of any tension in the face. If it feels okay, you can set your gaze over the right fingers, palm faces up. Good. When you're ready to release, roll out back onto your back. Extend the right leg down the mat and switch to the other side. Reset whatever you need. Hug the left knee into the body. Give it a nice tight squeeze. Continue to relax all the muscles of the face. No tension anywhere. Start to draw those circles with the left big toe. Reverse those circles. Good. Slide the left knee over to the left armpit, opening out to the side just a little bit more. Guide that knee back towards the chest. If and when you're ready, you extend those toes up towards the sky. Slide the hands behind the leg. Take a moment here. Feel the entire back of the body press into the earth as the toes reach up towards the sky. If this is enough, stay here. If you wish to go a little deeper, using the exhale, sliding the hands higher up towards the ankle, let go of any tension in the face. Grab hold of whatever you can. Again, a strap here is always handy. Breathe into the back of the left leg. Try to relax. If you feel any shaking in the hips, that's okay. If and when you're ready, bend the elbows up towards the sky. Bring the forehead to touch the shin or the knee. Good. Release the head, neck, and shoulders. Soft bend in the knee if you need it. Peace sign fingers around the left big toe. Right hand comes to the hip to hold it in place. Gently guide that left leg out to the side. Good. Take a moment here. Allow everything to settle in. Relax as much as you can. Whenever you're ready, gently guide that left leg back to the center. Releasing the toe, bend the knee, slide the left toes underneath the right thigh, expand the arms in both directions. Allow that left knee to fall over to the right side, coming into a spinal twist. Take a moment here, connect to the breath. Try to keep the left shoulder grounded. If it's available, you can set your gaze over the left fingers. Consciously relax any parts of the body where you feel tension. Just send the breath there. Whenever you're ready, you can gently float yourself back to the center. Keep the left knee bent and then bring the right foot to meet the left. Good. Crossing the left ankle over the right thigh, we'll take a reclining pigeon pose. Take the left hand, press the thigh towards the front of your mat, so away from the body. Feel a gentle opening in the crease of the hip. Take a moment there. Breathe into that space. You have the option to stay there with that gentle press or release the press. Slide the hands underneath the right thigh. Reclining pigeon. The left elbow presses into the knee, so you press it up towards the sky as you pull the right knee closer to the body. Take your time coming in. Each exhale, you find a little more space. Maybe you can hug that thigh closer to the body. Breathe into the left side hip, the periformis area. Spine is still nice and long, pressing into the back of the head to bring the chin parallel with the chest. Whenever you're ready to release, gently lower the right foot down and we'll switch the cross of the legs. Find that figure four stretch. Right ankle crosses. Take the hand, press the thigh away from the body. Breathe into the crease of the right hip. Option to go deeper into that reclining pigeon. Lift the left foot off the floor. Slide the hands behind the thigh. Take a moment, see where you need to be. Each exhale, find a little more space. Keep pressing that right knee towards the sky, drawing the left knee closer to the body. Nice pull, a nice push-pull sensation. Take another breath. Good. Gently releasing the left foot down, releasing the right foot from crossing the ankle. We'll take one more and then come up to sit. Extend both legs up into the sky. Whenever you're ready, the left leg is going to come across. So the knees cross, and you're going to bend the feet. So we're going to come into a reclining cow face pose. Here, grab hold of whatever you can. Maybe it's the ankles, the shins. If you're a little more flexible and you feel ready, grab hold of the blades of the feet or the heels. Take a moment, see how that feels. Using the breath, you can start to pull the knees closer to the chest. So the heels are not going towards the sit bone. Instead, you're pulling them out to the sides. Keep relaxing the muscles of the face, no tension there. If ever you feel pain, back off. We'll take another gentle breath. Good. Whenever you're ready, you can gently release, extend both feet up to the sky, and we'll switch to the other side. Right knee crosses over, bend the knees, let the feet fall to the sides. Stay there if that's enough, where you can gently start to peel the feet towards the earth as the knees hug into the body. Let go of any tension in the muscles of the face. Let go of any hard expressions. Use the breath to soften the body. Good. Whenever you're ready, you can release the cross of the legs. Extend both legs down the mat. Take one more big stretch overhead. Good. And whenever you're ready, you can gently lift yourself up to sit. You can roll to one side or whatever you need to do to get there. Good. If you're outside, you might be warming up already. Good morning. My husband joined me. This is awesome. He's outside. I just realized he was here. Good. All right. Find a nice comfortable seat on the mat. Allow the spine to be long and straight. You can relax the backs of the hands on the knees. Take a moment to let everything settle in. Hopefully your hips feel nice and relaxed. Take a moment here, set a dedication for your practice with love, with gratitude. We'll begin this practice with 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in. Om. 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 Loka samasta sukhinom bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be free from pain and suffering. Namaste. Good. All right. So let's get started in our practice today. We're going to start off with a very gentle pigeon pose. Since we did some work to open the hips with that reclining cow face and the figure 4 stretch, we're going to leave the left knee forward and see if you can sweep that right leg back behind you. So take a moment. We're not going deep again. So take your time. You could tuck the toes on the back foot, lift the knee off the earth, and resettle everything. You want to have the weight nice and centered. So try not to collapse on the left side. Tent the fingers by your side. Press in the fingers to lift the heart and relax the shoulders. You can keep the toes tucked if it's not right for you. Again, if this position isn't working, go back to that reclining pigeon just for a moment. Keep pressing into the fingers, lift the heart, relax the shoulders. Good. Whenever you're ready, you can gently release. Shift the weight to the left side of the body and start to bring that right leg out in front. Keep the bend in the left knee. We'll come into a half seated forward fold. Take a moment, reset whatever you need. Readjust the sit bones. Allow the torso to face the long leg. Sit up nice and tall. As you inhale, lift both arms up, reach towards the sky. Exhale, start to fold over the leg. Releasing wherever you need to. You can keep the arms extended, keep the fingers in line. As you press into the heel of the palm, if you're lifted up still nice and tall, start to draw the heart through the arms. So you feel the back of the right heel pressing into the earth, toes face up. If after a breath you can release the elbows to the earth and maybe bring the forehead to touch the shin. We'll take 4 breaths here. Good. When you're ready to release, extend those arms forwards, press in the sit bones. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. Release the arms by the side. Take that right leg, you're going to sweep it out to the side. So you're leaving the left heel towards the inseam of the legs. If it was a clock, the toes would be facing 12 o'clock. You're bringing the right foot out to 2. Good. Rest the fingertips on the shin. As you inhale, lift the arm up overhead. Take a nice side stretch here. Allow both sit bones to stay grounded. Relax the left shoulder. So you found that nice length from the left hip all the way through the fingers. Good. You're ready to release. Gently press yourself back up to sit and bring that right leg back to where it started. We're going to take a spinal twist here. You can keep the leg as it is or come into a half lotus, whatever works for you. And that right leg is extended, pressing through the back of the heel. Inhale, lift both arms up to reach for the sky. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, take it across the body. Right hand presses into the back of the right thigh. Use the left heel to palm like a kickstand. Slide it closer to the midline of the body. You can keep your chest and gaze in line, or you can set your gaze over the left shoulder, finding a deeper twist. One more breath. Good. Gently bring the torso forward. We're going to take a counter stretch. So sweep the hands over to the right side and start to fold towards the right side of the mat. I'm not going very deep in here. I'm trying to keep the sit bones somewhat grounded, pressing into the heel of the palm, spreading the fingers wide. Imagining that I can try to square my shoulders off with the earth. So I feel that gentle twist through the left side body. Good. Whenever you're ready to release, press into the hands, bring yourself forward, and extend the left leg down the mat. You can shake out the legs. We'll take a forward fold here before we switch to the other side. Inhale, lift up the arms, relax the shoulders. Exhale, shift the weight forward. You can release the hands wherever you need before the back starts to round too much. If you're more flexible in nature, you can go ahead and take your full fold. If you're not ready, stay up nice and tall for now. You can always bend the knees if you need to. If the backs of the legs don't feel comfortable touching the mat, bend your knees. Connect the chest to the tops of the legs. Take a moment moving into the pose. We're really just getting started. You can stay up nice and tall or release the forearms. If it's available, peace sign fingers wrap around the big toes, and you can start to lower the forehead to touch the shins. Once you find yourself in your variation of the fold, start to relax everything, the muscles of the face, the shoulders, the neck. Relax any tension from the undersides of the legs, the feet. Breathe in and out of the base of the spine. Take 2 more breaths. When you're ready to release, extend those arms forward. Press into the seat, lift yourself back up to staff pose and release the arms. Coming into pigeon pose on the opposite side, you can bend that right knee, bring the heel close to the seat. Again, we're not going deep, and sweep that left leg behind you. If you need to, roll on your back and find the reclining pigeon that we started with. You can keep the toes tucked on the back here. Tempt the fingers alongside the body to redistribute the weight. Try not to collapse on that right seat. Good. Take a moment, find out where you need to be, then press into the fingers. Roll the back of the heart towards the sky. Keeping your chest and your gaze in line with your chest, relax your shoulders. Again, if you've noticed that you're falling onto the right side, center the weight. If the toes are uncurled, press into the top of the foot. Relax the shoulders down the back and lift the heart a little bit taller. Good. Releasing out of the pose, you can shift the weight to the right side and gently sweep the left leg forward, or take your time to get there, whatever you need to do. Good. Remove the fleshy part of the seat, press into the back of the left heel to extend that leg. So you want to engage the muscles here, not too tight, but you don't want them to flop over to the side. Coming into that half seated forward fold, inhale, lift the arms up, relax the shoulders. Exhale, allow the center of the chest to fold over the leg. Take your variation, whether it's staying up nice and tall or bringing the forehead to the shin, whatever variation works for you today. No pushing, no pulling, no competing with anybody. Nobody knows what you're doing in your practice. Allow all the muscles of the face to relax once again. Nice, steady breathing. Breathe into the back of the left leg. Feel the tension release through the low back and the hips. Good. Whenever you're ready, you can extend those arms forward. Inhale, lift yourself up to sit and release the arms by the side. Keep the right heel where it is, lined up with the inseam in the seat, and sweep the left foot out to 10 o'clock. Good. Resting the fingers on the shin, keeping the torso forward. Inhale, lift the right arm up and start to rainbow over the leg. We're just taking some nice gentle moves to prepare ourselves for the rest of the practice. So the right sit bone stays grounded as you continue to reach the right fingers across towards the left toes. As you're reaching across the body, keep opening the heart towards the sky so you find the cobra with the upper spine. Good. Pressing into the seat to lift yourself back up to sit. Bring the left leg back in front. We're going to take that spinal twist so you can keep the legs as they are or find your half lotus if that works for you. Take a moment, readjust whatever you need. Press up nice and tall, sweeping both arms up to the sky. As you exhale, take it across the body. Back of the left hand presses into the thigh. Right heel, the palm is close to the spine. So you keep growing. Base of the spine up to the crown of the head, nice and long. Let go of any tension in your face, the shoulders, the neck. Good. Whenever you're ready to release, lift the arms back up to the center and take that counter stretch to the opposite side. With or without the lotus, you decide on the legs. So my fingers are on line as I press the heel into the earth, the heel of the palm that is, and I start to see if I can fold the chest towards the ground. You don't have to go very deep on this. Keep the sit bones grounded if you can. Breathe in through the right side hip, the low back. Good. Pressing into the hands, lift yourself back up to sit. If you're in the lotus, release the foot. Now bring the sole of the left foot to meet the right. We'll take Baddha Konasana before we move on. Grab hold of the tops of the feet. You can readjust whatever you need. You can walk the seat closer to the heels or the heels closer to the seat. Grab hold of whatever you can, whether it's the toes, the shins, the legs, or bringing the hands out in front. Press into the seat. Lift the sternum, relax the shoulders, and then see if you can sweep the heart forward. So you're lowering yourself as far as you feel comfortable. Nice stretch through the groin, the hips. If you're a little more flexible, you bring the elbows in front of the shins, and you can gently release the forehead to touch the mat. Good. When you're ready to release, press into the seat, lift yourself up, and we're going to meet in a squatting pose. So take your time coming there. You can just release the feet if you need, bring them to the outer edges of the mat. Temp the fingers, and move the hips forward. So if you're not feeling comfortable here, you can stay seated or you can come up to stand already. If you are okay here, start to rock the hips side to side, creating a little more space. It's a little more dynamic. Allow them to rock. As you do so, the elbows press the knees away, tailbone reaches towards the ground, crown of the head lifts up. We'll do 4 more rocks, or you can stay, you don't have to rock. 2 more. Good. And come back to Malasana. Release the tailbone towards the sky, thumbs to the chest, crown of the head moving towards the sky. Take another breath here. Whenever you're ready, gently release the hands to the floor, about shoulders width apart. Start to roll the sit bones up to the sky, your first forward fold. Good. Keep that bend in the knees if you need to, and the feet stay wide. Nice ragdoll position. You can grab hold of the elbows or do whatever you need to with the arms. There are no rules. Allow the body to sway from side to side if that feels okay, or draw some figure eights. So let the head hang heavy, no tension in the face, the shoulders, the neck. We'll do 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Good. Recenter yourself so the crown of the head moves towards the earth. You can fold a little deeper if it feels okay. Tailbone lifts up, shifting the weight towards the fronts of the feet. And bring a soft bend to the knees, ground to the soles of the feet. Roll yourself up to stand, one vertebrae at a time. Allow the head, neck, and shoulders to be the last to come up, and release the arms by the side. Heel toe the feet together. Good. Take a moment, come back to the breath. We'll do a couple of rounds of sun salutations here. So if you feel comfortable, bring the feet together or separate them underneath the hips. Grow nice and tall in Tadasana. Activate the muscles of the legs here. So pull up above the kneecaps. You're standing nice and strong. Heels rooted to the earth. You can feel the mounds of the near the toes pressing into the earth. Lifting the sternum, draw the navel to the spine. Nice active pose. Good. Inhale, exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Inhale, gently lift up the arms, drawing the arms back by the ears or maybe a little bit behind. Press into all 4 corners of the feet. Draw the hips forward, gently arch the spine. On your next exhale, you're going to fold over the legs. If you need to, bend the knees. Sliding the fingers in line with the toes. You can rock the shoulders from side to side, let go of tension there. On your next inhale, the right leg will step back into that nice low lunge, Anjaneyasana, equestrian pose. Press into the fingers, lift the heart, relax the shoulders. Allow the hips to sink forward and down. Good. Release the hands to frame the foot, step back to a nice tall plank. Press into the thumb and forefinger, the wrists are underneath the shoulders, draw the belly towards the spine. So allow the crown of the head to move forward and the heels to root towards the back of the mat, nice and strong. On your next exhale, lower the body, knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Namaskar. Take a moment, readjust whatever you need. Elbows hugging the side body. Find this nice inchworm position, sit bones lifting up in the air. Good. On your next inhale, slide the heart forward into a baby cobra or sphinx. Take a moment, find where you need to be. Pressing into the tops of the feet, gluing the elbows to the body, lifting the heart. Release the forehead to touch the mat. Press back, downward facing dog. Good. Take your time coming in. Your first downward facing dog, go ahead and pedal out the heels if you need. Take that alternating calf stretch. Allow the hips to sway from side to side. Don't worry what it looks like. Good. If it's available, you're going to lift the right leg up into a 3-legged dog. So don't even worry about going high. Extend those toes back up behind you. Good. The option here to bend the knee, open the hips to the side. Come back to that 3-legged dog. Set your gaze forward and step the right foot through the hands. Equestrian pose. Good. Press into the fingers, lift the heart, relax the shoulders. Step the left foot forward to meet the right, Uttanasana. Good. As you inhale, slide the arms forward, lift up, gently arch the spine. And exhale back to prayer. Same exact way on the left side. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, gently lift the heart. Exhale, hinge forward, fold over the legs. On your next inhale, step the left leg back, release the knee, equestrian pose. Take your time, feel comfort in the pose. Whenever you're ready, we'll step back to that nice tall plank. Find that nice strong body, spread the fingers wide, ground to the thumb and forefinger. Good. On your next exhale, release the knees, chest to chin, Ashtanga Namaskar. Good. As you inhale, slide the heart forward, baby cobra. Release the forehead. Press back, downward facing dog. No rush. Again, you can pedal out the heels one more time if it feels good. Stay here or meet us in a three-legged dog. The left leg lifts up. You can point the toes. Option to bend the knee, open the hips. Good. Come back to a three-legged dog. With control, step the left foot forward between the hands. Nice and soft. Press into the fingers, lift the heart, relax the shoulders. Good. Gently step the right foot forward to meet the left, Uttanasana. Your next inhale, lift yourself up. Press the hips forward, roll the heart towards the sky. And then exhale, hands back to prayer. Good. We're going to do another round. We're going to speed things up. One breath, one move. Inhale, exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up, gently lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, that right leg steps back, release the knee, equestrian pose. Retain the breath for tall plank. Lowering the body, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide the heart forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, right leg lifts up, point the toes. Option to bend the knee, open the hips. Coming back to the three-legged dog, extend the toes. Good. Inhale, sweep the right foot forward between the hands, release the left knee down. Exhale, feet together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg steps back. Retain the breath, plank. Exhale, lowering the body, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Three-legged dog if you wish. Extend the left toes towards the sky. Bend the knee, open the hips. Inhale, lift the left leg back up. And then soft step it forward between the hands. Good. Exhale, right foot steps forward to meet the left. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more each side. Inhale, go up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg steps back. Release the knee. Equestrian pose or Kapyasana. Good. Gently release the hands. Step back to a tall plank. Take this at your own pace. Lowering the body, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reaching the right toes up, three-legged dog, or stay in the downward facing. Option to bend the knee, open the hips. If it's in your practice, you can flip this over, release the right foot underneath the seat. Lift the heart and the hips towards the sky. With control, come back through that three-legged dog and gently step the right foot between the hands. Release the left knee down, equestrian pose or Kapyasana. Good. Release the hands. Left foot steps forward to meet the right. As you inhale, lift up. Good. Exhale, back to prayer. Same thing, left side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg steps back. Release the knee, equestrian pose, or Kapyasana. Good. Gently releasing the hands. Frame the foot, step back to plank. Whenever you're ready, lower the body, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide the heart forward. Exhale, press back, downward dog. The option is stay or take your three-legged variation. Extend the toes up first. Bend the knee, drape it over if you wish. If you can, flip it over. It's your practice, you do what you need. Coming back to the three-legged dog with control. And gently step the left foot forward between the hands. Right knee down. Good. Smile. Right foot steps forward to meet the left. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Well done. Release the arms by the side. Separate the feet as wide as the hips. Take a moment, close the eyes. Relax your shoulder. Come into mountain pose. Take a few moments just to come back to the breath. One more breath. Good. You can gently open your eyes when you're ready. We're going to come into some standing postures. So you can meet us at the top of the mat. We're going to open up into warrior two. So the right leg steps back. Find a distance between the legs. Pressing off the blade of that back foot. Right toes are facing the long edge of the mat. Extend the arms in both directions. Soft bend in that left knee. Allow it to stack directly over the ankle. And the knee is pointing in line with the second and third toes. You can take a look over the right hand, see if it's in line with the left. Relax your shoulders. So if you have the success of arching the spine, pull the belly button in towards the spine. So you're growing nice and tall from the base of the spine all the way towards the sky. Good. Nice strong warrior. Take another breath here. Good. Moving into a triangle pose, extend the left leg. Keep the arms expanding in both directions. When you're ready, you're going to shift that left hip back and reach the left fingers forward. Releasing the fingers to touch the shin, maybe the floor. You can grab hold of the toe if you're much more flexible. Every time I go down, my earphone falls out. Extend the right fingers up towards the sky. Try not to collapse on that left arm. So no tension in the shoulders. Find the cobra with the spine. So you're nice and strong through the legs here. The feet are the foundation of all your standing postures. Pulling up above the kneecaps. Take another breath. Whenever you're ready to release, press firmly into the feet. Lift yourself back up. Extend the arms in both directions. Release the arms back behind you. Readjust the legs if you need to. You can bring that right leg back in a little bit closer. Interlace the hands behind the back. Pull the shoulders away from the ears and draw the heart towards the sky. Good. Keep lifting the back of the heart up so you're not compressing the spine. It's like a slinky, you're rolling it up. We're going to move into a humble warrior. So start to bend that front leg, the knee and the left leg. Start to sweep the shoulder in line with the left knee. Point your fingers towards the sky. Take a moment, see where you need to be. Try not to allow the hips to move out to the side here. So those legs are really strong. If the shoulder meets the knee, you think you can go a little deeper. Start to lower the forehead to touch the earth. Keep moving the fingers towards the sky. Good. Whenever you're ready to release, ground firmly into the feet. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Good. And gently release the arms. Come back to that warrior two. Good. We're going to cartwheel the hands down now. Come into a nice tall plank. So release the hands to the top of the mat. Step the left foot forward. Good. You can readjust yourself on your mat if you need. You have the option to take a vinyasa or rest in child's pose. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Bend the elbows lower halfway down. Inhale, lift the back of the heart up. Good. Press back, downward facing dog. Good. Take another breath here. Now normally, Actually, we're going to move into something different here. Good. Before we move into the left side, you have the option here to take a child's pose and rest. If you wish, you can practice dolphin. Clasp the hands, come into a child's pose here if you need to. Grab the elbows. Once you have the fist clasped, you can tuck the toes, draw the hips back. You have the option to stay here and practice your dolphin, getting a little strength. If you have any inversions in your practice you wish to try, you can go ahead. If you think you want to move into forearm stand, you can. Set your gaze on the fingers, gently lifting both feet up towards the sky. Good. Take another breath or two wherever you are. And whenever you're ready, you can meet us in a downward facing dog. Good. Set your gaze forward, soft on the knees. Step, walk, or float. Feet meet the hands, Uttanasana. Allow the crown of the head to hang heavy. Hip bones, tailbone lifting up nice and high. Shifting weight towards the front of the feet. Good. As you inhale, sweep your arms forward. Gentle arch of the spine. And then exhale, hands to prayer. Stepping the left leg back, coming into a warrior two. I'm just going to switch myself around so I can see. Good. Take a moment, readjust the legs. Expanding the arms in both directions. Take a moment, get comfortable. See if you can readjust anything here. Shoulders and hips line up. I'm not letting that right knee curl in. It's moving towards the second and third toes. It's staying in line with the ankles. Take a look over the left hand, see what's in line with the front. Good. Come back to the breath. Find that steady breathing pattern you had earlier. Maybe inhaling for 3, exhaling for 3. Maybe it's inhaling for 4, exhaling for 4. Take a moment. Let the breath settle back in. Nice, strong warrior. Good. Whenever you're ready, begin to straighten out that front knee. We're going to come into that triangle pose. Start to shift the right hip back, reach the right fingers forward. Whenever you're ready, you can release the hand to whatever you can. Maybe it's a shin or a block. Take a moment, see where you need to be. Try not to collapse on this right arm. You really don't need it. Good. Keep lifting the heart. Imagine your back is pressed up against the wall, so you really can feel the effects of this pose here. Press firmly into the feet, engage the muscles of the legs. Keep lifting the heart. Maybe your gaze is at the left thumb. Good. When you're ready to release, press firmly into the feet. Inhale, lifting back up. Release the arms back behind you. Clasp the hands. If you need to, step that left foot forward just a little bit. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Lift the back of the heart towards the sky. And as you exhale, coming into your humble warrior, bending that front knee. Take a moment, readjust whatever you need. So the right knee is stacked over the right ankle. You can try to connect the right shoulder and knee. So if you notice your hips swaying out to the side, try to bring them back in line. They shouldn't really move. Then you have the option to continue to bend that knee. Bring the forehead to touch the mat or towards the big toe. Good. Take another breath. With control, gently press in the feet. Lift yourself back up to stand. Expand the arms in both directions. Come back to warrior two. We're going to cartwheel those hands down to the mat. Allow them to frame the right foot and step back to a nice tall plank. Once again, child's pose is always an option, or you can go through a vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. And the elbows lower halfway down. Slide the heart forward. Relax the shoulders. Press back into a downward facing dog. Now here you can stay in the downward dog, come into dolphin, or again try for your shoulders, your forearm stand. Maybe you come in from downward dog. Release the forearm to the mat. You can press the hands into the earth. thumbs can touch. Then shift your gaze towards the thumbs. Soft bend the right knee or left knee, whatever feels better for you. See if you can kick yourself up. It's a little hard when it's windy up. Good. Maybe you just play with dolphin. Whenever you're ready to release out of the pose, we'll meet in that downward facing dog. Good. Soft bend in the knees, set your gaze forward, step, walk, or float. Uttanasana. Good. Take a moment here. You can stay in any fold you wish. If you have a little more flexibility, maybe you bring the arms back behind the legs. Grab hold of the ankles or the heels. Chest is resting on the thighs. Set your gaze towards the shins. Let the crown of the head fall towards the earth. The tailbone's lifting up nice and high. Keep the heels rooted and shift the weight into the balls of the feet. If it's available, you can start to slide the forehead to touch the shin. Good. When you're ready to release the hands if they're cupping the legs. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good. How are we doing out there, okay? Are you doing okay? Good, good. All right. You're going to walk back onto the mat. So you're going to set yourself up. You're going to come down to a seated position. So walk halfway down the mat. You can either just sit or take a nice, easy chair right there. Extending the arms forward, draw the navel in. Start to sink the sit bones all the way back towards the heels, keeping the chest lifted. Lower yourself down, nice and easy with control. Continue to sit, lower, lower, lower. Allow it to hover a few times. And then maybe the sit bones touch the backs of the legs. Release the seat, extend the legs forward, coming into staff pose. Good. Take a moment here, come back to the breath. Continue to sit up nice and tall. You have the option to take a sleeping tiger, or you can come into the shoulder stand. So ground to the seat, extend the arms forward and start to roll yourself onto your back. Take your time lowering yourself down. Good. Once you release everything to touch the earth, take a resting breath there. You can even separate your feet if you wish, hips width apart. You can rock the feet from side to side. Move the energy around just a little bit. And then if you're ready, bring the legs back together and either meet us in the sleeping tiger or shoulder stand. Extending the legs straight up and the arms towards the sky. Or use a little momentum. You can bring your arms alongside the body. Start to swing the hips back, catch hold of the low back, coming through plow pose first. You can walk the elbows closer to each other if that feels okay. The hands supporting the back. And extend the toes straight up towards the sky. If you need to make any adjustments, you can bring the knees back to the forehead. See if you can bring the elbows closer to the midline of the spine and lift up a little taller. So now the chest is resting on the chin. Energy moving up through the feet towards the sky. See if you can close your eyes here. Take small breaths into the abdomen, small sips of air. No tension in the neck. All the weight is in the backs of the arms, the back of the head. Take another 2 breaths here. Good. Moving into the full plow if you have it, otherwise bend the knees. Start to extend the legs back behind you. If you kick the lawn furniture, it's okay. Good. If it's available, the toes can reach for the floor. If the toes touch the earth, you can curl the toes under and start to root the heels further towards the back of the mat. So a deeper stretch to the backs of the legs. Again, try to become very still. Taking in small sips of air once again. It's normal if it feels a little uncomfortable to breathe here. As long as you're breathing, you're good. Now, if it's available, we're going to come back to the shoulder stand. You have the option to just release the pose and then meet us in the bridge. If you can come back to a shoulder stand, bring the hands back to the lower back if they're not there. Gently lift the legs back up towards the sky. Take a moment to reset. See, maybe you can come up a little bit taller than you did before. Good. If it's available, you're going to bend the right knee and start to bring the right toes to touch the earth. The left leg can stay extended until the toes touch. And then a soft bend in the left knee. Bring the left foot to meet the right. So you come into the bridge pose. You can readjust the arms, reversing them. So now you're cradling the hips with the palms. Ground to the feet. Keep lifting the hips nice and tall towards the sky. Settle into the breath. You can stay here for another breath or two. If you wish to go into your wheel, release the hands, bring the fingers close to the ears. Take a moment, slide onto the crown of the head first. Readjust the arms as much as you need so the elbows face the back wall. Press firmly into the hands, lift the heart up to the arms. Take your time coming into the wheel, see where you need to be, or stay in bridge. Continue to lift the heart through the arms, press the hips towards the sky, no tension in the shoulders. Let the head hang heavy. Take another breath. Good. When you're ready to release, if you're up on the toes, come back down to the soles of the feet and gently release yourself out of your wheel or bridge. Take a moment, let everything touch the mat. Keep the bend in the left knee if you came out. Otherwise, you can bend the left knee, bring the heel to the floor, and just hug the right knee into the chest. Again, press with the back of the head so you feel length in the neck. Release the right foot and hug the left knee in. When you come into the deep back bends, hugging both knees right away doesn't always work. It's not so good for the back. So you can hug one knee at a time. Good. And then gently release. Extend both legs down the mat. We're going to take the fish pose next. And you have variations here as well. Okay. Bring the feet together, arms alongside the body. You can rock back and forth to bring the elbows closer and the thumbs to touch. Take a moment, readjust whatever you need. Just enough tension in the legs to keep the feet together. Inhale, press firmly into the elbows, start to puff the chest all the way out. Toes still facing the sky. And then you can gently release the head back behind you if that feels okay on your neck. And let the crown of the head just brush the earth. Breathe in and out of the heart center. Here, you're able to utilize all three lobes of the lungs, so feel the expansion through the chest, taking in the best breath you've had all day. You have the option to stay here. If you wish, you can lift the feet 45 degrees and maybe the arms to meet so you stay on the top of the head. The feet lift up, the hands come to prayer. Good. If you feel okay here, breath of fire. Gently release the feet if they're up, release the hands. Tuck the chin in towards the chest to release the head, neck, and shoulders. Good. Take a resting breath here. Separate the feet as wide as the hips. You can rock them from side to side. Press into the back of the head, lift the shoulders, and settle them back down. Take another breath. Good. Whenever you're ready, hug both knees into the chest. So you can bend the knees and readjust the feet if you need in this bridge pose. And then give yourself a nice tight squeeze. You can rock to side. Whatever it takes to feel good here. Create a little more space, let go of any tension in the back. Good. If it's available, you're going to take a few rocks back and forth until you come up to sit. Otherwise, you can just roll to the side and meet us in a seated position. So bring the hands under the thighs, rock up, rock back, rock forward, rock back. And whenever you're ready, you can gently come up to sit all the way. Good. Take a moment, readjust whatever you need. Good. So we worked on a lot of things before with the legs. Hopefully they feel nice and stretched out, and we can do a couple more things here. Good. We have a couple more minutes to play. All right. So keep the left foot tucked in, so the heel again is touching the inseam of the leg. We're going to come into compass pose if you wish, or we're just going to do leg cradles. You can always extend the left leg if that feels better. Sometimes I find it's nicer and easier to bend the knee and bring the heel to the seat. You're going to start off by grabbing hold of the right foot. So not pointing the foot, you're going to flex the foot like you're going to press things away from you. If this is enough for you, you sit up nice and tall, lift the heart, relax the shoulders, and just rock from side to side. So you can hold the foot, hold the knee. This is your position. You can stay here, or you can see if you can come a little deeper. Bring the left foot into the crease of the elbow, the right knee into the opposite elbow. Maybe you can interlace the hands or just cradle the leg. Again, sit up nice and tall. If you started to arch that spine, press the foot away from the body. So you keep flexing that foot, super active to protect the knee here. And then maybe you're bringing that shin close to the chest. You can rock here still, or you can keep it nice and still and just work on breathing into the spaces of tightness. You can close your eyes, sit up nice and tall if you wish. If this is enough and you know it's enough, you're going to stay here. If you want to take your foot for a walk, allow it to come up to the chin, maybe the nose, maybe the forehead. You can come back to the nose, back to the chin, and then if it's available, you're going to grab hold of the right foot. Keep it flexed, and you're going to bring the big toe to the center of the chest. Good. So it looks like your hands and feet are in prayer. Give a nice big smile here. Don't yell at me. Good. Breathe through the back of the right hip. You have the option to stay here. If it's available, you're going to lift the leg up, try to get the right knee underneath. Try the right shoulder under the knee. You can just manhandle it a little. It doesn't want to do it by itself. You got to pick up that knee, switch the shoulder underneath, and maybe this is enough. See if that's okay. You can always bring that right hand behind you, so like a karate chop, sweep it back, press into the heel of the palm, so now you have that counter force. The back of the arm and the underside of the leg firmly pressing together. Maybe that's enough. You have a little bit of a twist there. If you wish to come into compass, start to extend that leg. So left arm comes back behind my head. I'm pressing firmly the leg and knee, the leg and the shoulder to touch to lift the heart. Good. Smile if you get there. Smile if you don't. Doesn't matter. Good. Whenever you're ready to release out of the pose, gently bend that knee. Good. And lower it back down to the earth. Switching to the other side, extend the left leg out to start. Bring the right heel to the seat. Good. And then repeat whatever you did. So if you really have tight hips and it's not working, or you just want to settle back down a little bit, go ahead. Just rock back and forth. Give this leg a little bit of love, the hips. If you wish to go further, press the flexed foot into the elbow and the knee into the opposite elbow, and it can still stay far away from the body. Or you can start to hug it close to the chest. Now, the side of the leg is hugging my chest. Ground through the sit bones, lengthen the spine. Try to relax the muscles of the face. If you wish to take the leg for the walk, bring the toe to touch the chin, the nose, the forehead. Come back to the nose. Come back to the chin. Then you can either hug it to the chest again or grab hold of the foot so you're pulling the knee out to the side to line the big toe up in the center of the chest. Good. It's a nice opening through the back of the hip if your hips feel okay. Good. Press in the sit bone, keep lengthening the spine. Good. If and when you're ready, if you want to work on compass, you're going to lift that leg, slide the left shoulder underneath. One side may feel better than the other. Good. If this is enough, stay. Or take that left arm, swing it back behind you so you can press the heel of the palm into the earth. Now that's the counter force. You use that to help extend that leg. So you start to press the left toes up towards the sky, bringing the right arm back behind the head. Ground to the sit bones. Keep opening the heart towards the sky. Good. Then you have to do the smile. You did it on the first side, you have to do it again. And one more breath. Gently releasing out of the pose. Take your time. No rush. Good. Bring the soles of the feet back together. You have the option to stay here and take another butterfly, or if you can, bring the soles of the feet together. So really you're going to start rolling onto the tops of the feet in this pose. If you can get it, tent the fingers back behind you. You're going to shift the weight forward. So you're going to bring the sit bones to touch the tops of the heels. So the soles of the feet are still touching, the tops of the feet start to spread towards the mat, and you can find balance here, either using the fingers to keep lifting the heart, come forward, or you can bring them in front, whatever feels well. Good. Take a moment. Whenever you're ready to release, gently release if you're sitting on top of the feet. If you're in Baddha Konasana, you can start to extend the legs forward and shake them out. Coming into a spinal twist. Starting off in staff pose, you can easily just bring the right leg across the body, sit up nice and tall and take your stretch from here. If you feel a little more flexible, bend that knee. Slide the left heel close to the seat, but don't sit on it. So you want both sit bones to hit the ground. Keep that right foot flush. So if you notice that the foot curls in, try to flatten it out as best you can. Lengthen the spine, hold on to the shin, find a longer spine, and then you can lift the left arm up. Bring it across the body, the back of the arm presses into the thigh, so you get that counter force once again. So try to keep both sit bones grounded, gaze in line with the chest or over the shoulder. If you have any other variations, feel free to take them, or any binds. Maybe you want to grab the top of the right foot with the left hand. Good. Make sure you're breathing. Let go of any tension in your face. Good. Releasing out of the pose whenever you're ready. We'll gently switch to the other side. Either extending the right leg and bringing the left leg over, or bending that knee once again. Take your time to let yourself settle in. Keep both sit bones grounded. You can lengthen the spine before you take that twist. Sit up nice and tall, then extend the right fingers towards the sky. Relax the shoulder. Come across the body. Back of the arm presses the thigh to keep the knee floating up towards the sky. Any variation. If you wish to grab hold of the foot, keep the back of the arm pressing into the knee, grab the foot, and then look over the left shoulder. Good. Gently releasing out of the pose. Extend the legs forward one more time. Remove that fleshy part. We'll take one more forward fold, and then we'll settle back down for relaxation. Inhale, lift both arms up, relax the shoulders, start to sweep the heart forward. Again, if you need to, bend the knees. If it's available, you can go a little deeper if you feel ready. Maybe grab hold of one wrist in front of the feet, or maybe both. You can interlace the hands or still grab onto the toes. Relax the shoulders, head, neck, let the forehead rest. Take 2 long breaths through the base of the spine. Good. Extend the arms forward, press into the seat. Inhale, lift yourself up nice and tall. Bend the knees, slide the heels closer to the seat. You can either lay yourself down right away, or you can take a boat pose to get there. So balance on the tailbone, the knees point up, extend the feet forward. You can either hold on to the legs or extend the arms forward, and maybe extend the legs too. Back of the heart reaches the sky. You can stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently start to lower yourself back to the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Take your time. Lower yourself down with control. Once you get there, Separate the feet as wide as the hips, as wide as the mat, whatever you feel good with. Rock the heels. So press into the heels and rock the feet from side to side. You can start to incorporate the hips too. Rock the hips from side to side, let go of any tension in the back. Good. So then press into the back of the head once you stop rocking the legs. Lift the shoulders and then settle them back down. So try to bring the shoulders underneath the body once again. Good. Allow the arms to fall away from the body so the palms face up. Nice long spine all the way from the tailbone to the front of the head. Take a moment to let everything settle in. See if you need to make any adjustments to get comfortable here. Just become aware of the breath as it is for this moment. And start to watch it settle in. Now leave the breath here. Direct your attention to the feet. Become aware of all 10 toes and mentally start to relax each one. Relax the big toe, the second toe, the third toe. One by one, just pick them off. Mentally relax each one. Allow that relaxation to travel into the soles of the feet, across the tops of the feet. Allow it to wrap around the ankles. Relax the entire length of the legs. Relax the sit bones. Relax the hips completely. Feel that relaxation travel up the length of the spine, the lower back, the middle back, and upper back. Relax the abdomen. Relax the chest. Let go of any fear, tension, anxiety. Relax all 10 fingers, the backs of the hands. Relax the palm and the wrist. Feel the relaxation to the length of the arms and settling into the shoulders. Let go of any tension in the head, neck, shoulders. Soften all the muscles of the face. Let go of any hard expressions. Relax the eyes, the nose, the jaw. Relax your mouth and tongue. Mentally repeat. I relax my entire body. My body is relaxed. Now leave the body by itself to rest and restore, allowing every organ, every muscle, every cell of the body to revitalize. Let go of any tension. Bringing awareness back to the body. Become again aware of your breath. can breathe in and out of the heart center. Remember the dedication you set for your practice today with love and with gratitude. I'd like to read to you a passage from Prem. Let all the waves of thought subside. In that stillness, when the mind melts, there shines the self-effulgent Atman, the pure consciousness. Watch the mind, watch the thoughts. Pursue serenity. Make your heart a fitting abode for the Lord. That was a quote from Shivananda. And then Prem says, let us go of the obsession that the thought is the solution for everything human problem. There is certainly a place for thinking, but more importantly, try to make the space for the silence and let the sound of silence be heard. That stillness heals all the rifts, brings all the chaotic vibrations first into a kind of rhythm and then into a state of stillness. Try to stop what you are doing every half an hour and see what thoughts are in your mind and how much you are in control over your thoughts. A still mind is God's residence. Invite some gentle movement into the wrists, the ankles. Take any stretches you need to allow the body to reset. You can lift the arms up overhead, take a nice stretch from fingers to toes. Whenever you're ready, you can release your arms by the side. Curl into a fetal position on either side. Stay there for a moment. Whenever you're ready, you can gently press up to sit. So on a nice long spine with your eyes closed, rest your hands on your knees or in your lap. With gratitude, with love, we'll end our practice today with 1 Om and 3 Shantis. Take a deep breath in. Om.